We talked about they're 1-5 with Russell Westbrook. What are you looking at here?
Look, really though, the Clippers, even though they may have been on a losing skid, they are built to contend if you just look at their roster. But they haven't been able to just string together wins. However, in my Monica McNutt voice, they may have turned a corner. They may have turned a corner in their comeback win versus the Grizzlies. So let's talk about it. Let me talk nerdy to you. A key ingredient in their recipe for success is absolutely health, and that centers around Kawhi Leonard. And he looks to be, fingers crossed, all the way back. Now check out these numbers. The reason why? The midi, my favorite shot. Kawhi is top 10 in mid-range scoring this season, and those shots are built for the playoffs because that's when the game slows down. So let's check this out. When you see this, roll me my tape producer, who was it, Curtis or Rick? One of the two. Watch these offenses in which Kawhi gets to the mid-range. Defenders are still on him. That's a tough shot to double. He gets to the corner. Again, watch where he starts. He initiates a play. There's a double drag screen. Gets to the right spot again. Kawhi knows exactly where he wants to go, and that mid-range is lethal. We saw that it won him championships. We've got a couple more plays for you. PG with the ball. He's off ball this time. Looks around. I love it. Scanning the floor. Doesn't settle for his jumper until he realizes that's the best shot. Those are great plays. Now, in the year 2023 BR, that stands Malika for before Russ, the Clippers were 18th in passes per game with around 286 passes per game. Since Westbrook joined LA, that number has skyrocketed to 318 passes per game. That's second best in the league, behind who? The team that really does a great job ball moving, the Warriors since All-Star break. So let me show you how Russ ups the numbers of their offense. The more shots, the more opportunities to win. So those losses might turn to wins if they're able to stay productive. Russ passed the ball, got it to PG. Look, more ball movement, doesn't settle for the jumper. We all know that there. But then everyone stays ready knowing that Russ is going to try to get the defense honest and then move it around. Again, another play. No one's around him. He doesn't settle. He's trying to get to the paint, but instead kicks it back out. All right, I love this right here. Give and go to the dime, to the slam. Let's get it. Our whole studio is turning up here today. I love it. A lot of women here on International Women's Day. You gotta love it. So if you think about it, yes, those losses are huge. They need to turn things around. But these two guys, plus Russ and that energy and that mindset, they're the reasons why there's still time to make a push.
And maybe if they make a couple more. What's your favorite shot in basketball again?
The midi.
The midi. And you were 7 of 22 in the W from the mid-range last year?
I think I was like 8.
8 of 22.
From 3.
She was balling.
Double digits
thank you.
this year.
There is very little separation. Take a look at this. The 5th seed and the 13th seed. They're just 3 games apart. A 3-game win streak could really shake things up. But I want to start by focusing on the Clippers right now. They're on a rare. They're in the 8th spot. They started 1-5 with the addition of Russell Westbrook. How are you looking at maybe fixing this team?
The crazy thing is, by the numbers, there's not much to fix. They have tremendous depth. They've been averaging since All-Star break 125 points per game, which is 3rd best in the NBA.
Yeah.
So, like, if you look strategically, you should be able to win games when you're putting up a lot of points, right? Especially at this point in the year. So, to me, it's more of the mentality of the Clippers. I thought Russell Westbrook joining them, that was like a last-ditch effort to really bring that mentality of alpha dog. And Russ has done his job. I mean, he's come in, he's been a spark plug, as you heard before. You know, his numbers passing the ball has really helped. But I think it's like that needs to be contagious. We're starting to see star performances from guys across the league saying, we want to be in the playoffs and we want to do that now.
Yeah.
I think we're still awaiting a couple of those. Even though Kawhi is looking better incrementally, they have to sort of exert themselves in the mindset and the mentality. And I think that's the thing that's missing with them.
Right, and it seems like Kawhi, he's starting to round into form. You say mentality, I turn to coach. How do you get that out of your players?
Well, I mean, you're asking me the loaded, the loaded question. Look, I saw these guys in their training camp, and there's so much talent, and I almost felt like, wow, you look at them on paper, but these guys got to play together. You got to come in. It's not that easy. If being great was easy, everybody would be doing it. So you look at them on paper, but the paper can't show up and play. They got to start playing more games together, consistently showing up and playing. Because at times it's like, if you're Coach Ty Lue, it's got to be frustrating at times. You know, where you have these pieces, you're expected to win, and you just can't get healthy, or you can't put it all together. Because, like I said, it is not easy to be great on a night in and night out basis in a team sport when you don't don't have your full team all the time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now, you look at it, and they're 20-13 when both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are available. And to your point, Janae, there's not a whole bunch to do numerically. And if you look at the losing streak as of late, it's not like they haven't been in most of those ball games. And so when you start thinking about guys that are clutch in this league and have proven themselves traditionally, it's Paul George, it's Kawhi Leonard. You guys are the core of this team. You wanted to play together. It is now high time to get into go mode and get everybody on board. I say that it's simple. I'm not going to conflate that with easy, right? Everybody is trying to win basketball games. It is a competitive league. But those two have to figure out a way to make their leadership felt, their presence known, and help this team get over the hump.
This is a star-driven league, and their stars need to start driving this ship.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.